This Charlie Kirk dude, this Charlie Kirk killer dude, Tyler, he definitely he was one of y'all, you know. So I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, like the fallout was so immediate, and y'all, man, the left, and shut the Laura Loomer. Let's look and see what Laura Loomer was talking about too. So I'm sitting up here watching this. Let's see what Laura Loomer was talking about.
An incredibly different tone than Nancy yesterday. Ain't that grand, y'all? So I got more to show you, okay?
Watching Roland Martin. Peace to the Black Star Network.
Laura Loomer, who was ripping
Big bro.
into Charlie Kirk. Now we know that Tyler Robinson apparently was following Laura Loomer on social media.
Wow, was he?
Sam Loomer has been feverishly delete. Come on, pull her tweet, please. They show you what poor little Laura was saying. They sent a trained sniper to assassinate Charlie Kirk while he was sitting next to a table of hats that said 47. You could be next. I hate to say it, but I have a sick feeling we'll be seeing more targeted assassinations. The left are terrorists.
Wow. Coming from a terrorist. Coming from the party of terrorists. That's weird. All this, they about God and they about, you know, who you trying to convince? Because you're not convincing us. You being about God was showing your actions. You can't talk God. You got to be about God. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's watch a little bit more of what Roland got cooked up. Roland cooking, baby.
Today. Next, come on, y'all, next. It's time for the Trump administration, and this is also, you see September 10th. This is also September 10th, y'all. 2 days ago, the day of the shooting. It's time for the Trump administration to shut down, defund, and prosecute every single leftist organization. If Charlie Kirk dies from his injuries, his life cannot be in vain. We must shut these lunatic leftists down once and for all. The left is a national security threat.
Wow. National security threat coming from the party that did January 6th. That was the biggest national security threat in the history of this country in the last maybe 80 years. Man, like that was crazy for her to say that. So yeah, that's what I'm looking like, man. If y'all don't get your own house in order, your own idiotic MAGA, because y'all not even a party no more. Y'all a cult. Y'all actually are in a cult. But y'all don't know it. People in the cult don't know they're in the cult. When they're in the cult, y'all only realize it when you're out of the cult. You know, that's basically what Nazi Germany was. Most of the people that was for Hitler didn't realize how bad Nazi Germany was until it was bombed out. And it shouldn't take that for you to know how messed up your head is. Trump is not God. Y'all think he is, though.
Don't we have another Laura Loomer post?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we have another one?
Rolling.
Okay, well, here it says I had 3 of them. It says I had 3, so don't you know? My graph says have 3 graph. Okay. All right, y'all.
Let's just
Now,
have
this is
2.
the same Laura Loomer, y'all, who was... Put it up, please.
All right, let's read that. What did it say? I don't ever want to hear Charlie Kirk claim he is a pro-Trump ever again. After this weekend, I say he... Okay, yeah, she was hating on him before. I say he has revealed himself as political opportunist, and I have had a front row seat to witness the mental gymnastics these last 10 years. Lately, Charlie has decided to behave like a charlatan, claiming to be pro Trump one day while he stabs Trump in the back the next. I mean, who is Trump? So what? You know what I mean? Who is Trump? He ain't nobody, just a person. Damn, you can go back and forth with him if you want to. Big deal. See, this the people that's in y'all crazy party.
Lord. Okay.
Was only able, y'all ain't even for y'all Republican Party. Y'all for Trump. Like that. That's a cult. Y'all is not a party. Y'all actually a cult. Y'all for a person. Y'all look at him like David Koresh. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You gotta, they just
Oh, okay. Let's read the rest of it. TPUSA, that's Turning Point USA, was only able to thrive thanks to the generosity of President Trump. Oh, okay. I ain't know nothing about Turning Point USA till yesterday. I had no clue. On the 1-year anniversary of the assassination attempt on Trump's life, Charlie hosted Comic Dave Smith at TPUSA's SAS conference, where Dave Smith was able to speak to a bunch of conservative youth at an organization that claims to be pro-Trump. 3 weeks ago, Dave Smith called for President Trump to be impeached and removed from office over his decision to blow up Iran's nuclear facilities. Charlie played both sides of the Iran issue on his show, as we all saw, because he wants to play to both sides of the aisle. The honorable thing to do is to have a position and actually defend it to the death instead of flip-flopping. Hold up now, I'm doing this video. 6%. What you doing? 6%. How much? 6. All right, well, I'm going to give it back to you. I'm going to call you in a minute. I'm going to give it back to you. My daughter wants to charge. So, okay. So basically, she acting like these rappers. Like, she acting like 50 Cent. You know, like, you can't be with my op. You know, you can't be, if you with my op, you against me. Wow, I ain't know these politicians act like rappers, or it might be the other way around. The rappers may be acting like the politicians, depending on how you want to see it. So yeah, let's
But this is law before the shooting, y'all. Oh, by the way, she deleted this post. I don't ever want to hear Charlie Cook claim he is pro-Trump ever again. After this weekend, I'd say he has revealed himself as political opportunist, and I have had a front row seat to witness the mental gymnastics these last 10 years. Lately, Charlie has decided to behave like a charlatan, claiming to be pro-Trump one day while he stabs Trump in the back the next. TPUSA was only able to throw...
Man, y'all MAGA party, like I said, it's not a party. All y'all doing is trying to jockey for who can get Trump's attention. That's what a cult do. Y'all aren't about America or what America's supposed to stand for. America never really stood for what it said it stood for. It's just, you know, I personally like that we able to see that you politicians, that basically this country is a bunch of hypocrites. It never really stood for what it says. It's been like basically lying the whole time. So I personally am glad that we able to at least see the bullshit for what it is.
Thanks to the generosity of President Trump. On the 1-year anniversary of the assassination attempt of Trump's life, Charlie hosted comic David Smith at TPUSA's SAS conference, where Dave Smith was able to speak to a bunch of conservative youth in an organization that claims to be pro-Trump. 3 weeks ago, Dave Smith called for President Trump to be impeached and removed from office, even over his decision to blow up Iran's nuclear facilities. Charlie played both sides of the Iran issue on the show, as we all saw, because he wants to play to both sides of the aisle. The honorable thing to do is to have a position and actually defend it to the death instead of flip-flopping. That was, of course, posted before he was shot and killed.
You could say she was talking about, yeah, she mentioned his death.
But then the same Laura Loomer came back, and now she was calling for things to change. Yeah, same one. So they're losing it. Let's see here. Who else did I have? Who else shall I shall bring up? Let's see here. Okay, got some other too. Because again, y'all, it has been hilarious to watch these people because they have just been
funny,
just going left and right. Oh, Elon Musk, he tweeted, "The left is a party of murder." But now we know it wasn't the left. Oh, how about crackpot James Woods? The actor, MAGA, nutcase. It's not gun violence, it's Democrat violence. Then he tweeted, "Dear leftists, we can have a conversation or a civil war. One more shot from your side, and you will not get this choice again." Then James Woods.
That's why I said, man, y'all at war with yourselves. All y'all sound just like Hitler. And we all know what Hitler ended up doing to himself. That's what y'all gonna end up doing to yourself. Crazy folks. But y'all, just like Hitler, y'all want to take everybody with you. When Hitler knew he was gonna do that to himself before he even ran for president, before he even became the president of Germany. He should have just did that in the first place. All them people follow behind him and die for nothing. All them Nazi Germans die for nothing following behind that crazy man. And that's what it seemed to be with these MAGA people, man. Like, y'all following behind Trump for nothing. You're not gonna get nothing from it at the end of the day. It may feel good, he president, and that's only temporary.
Placing the blame of Charlie Kirk being killed at the feet of Democrats.
Yeah, James Woods.
Let me ask you
I didn't even know James Woods felt like that.
Yes, I do.
This is what kicking the shit out of fascism looks like.
Try to prevent the spread of the lawlessness and the fascist chaos that's been unleashed against us.
So when we say Donald Trump is a fascist, fascism, a huge component of fascism is uniting racism, bigotry, a form of racist nationalism.
We are now living in a fascist dictatorship.
We're worried about potential rise of fascism in this country. We're worried about our democracy falling to an authoritarian and potentially fascist form of government.
Not only to roll over to Donald Trump's will, but to roll over our democracy and allow him to take over this country as a fascist dictator.
When fascism isn't just coming, it's already here.
The former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, said, "No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core."
Yeah.
But all those were lies, y'all.
No,
All of these are lies, and now they are now scurrying. They're scurrying. That's right. We will cancel anybody. We're going after anybody who say anything negative about Charlie Kirk. But they're now trying to figure out. Oh, I love the latest. He was radicalized when he went to college. He was there for one semester.
He was in college one semester.
These people are nuts.
Yeah, they are.
And what they did was, it was a total rush to judgment
Mm-hmm.
from the moment it happens.
Yeah.
And what did I tell y'all?
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yep. And that's the thing. Like that rush to judgment for our so-called side, it was like, you know, an eye opener, and it was like, okay, now we see the response. You know, we see the radical response that y'all may have. You know, we see that y'all just want. It's like y'all the big old bully. You know, you push somebody around so much. Now, when I was being raised, you had to fight that bully. You had to get on his ass quick. And I think that might be the problem right now, because the so-called Democrat side has not jumped on these bullies' asses quick. And I ain't talking about with no violence. I'm talking about with convincing facts of what it means on paper. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really trust and believe none of this, what so-called America is supposed to represent. But it sounds good on paper. You know what I'm saying? But to really turn what's on that paper, of what the Constitution is, into reality, that's what I don't think the Democrats are able to do. And now we got these far right, you know what I'm saying, just far right out. It's just like from outer space almost, you know, where, you know, they basically self-destructive to our whole way of life over here. Let's see some more of this.
Allow this thing to progress. Let's find the truth. No! Everybody! Time magazine, political violence. They all want. Now we know it was one of their own. HBCUs getting bomb threats.
HBCUs getting bomb threats. Wow, that was so weird. That was so weird. HBCUs, man, the most peaceful people in college, possibly, man. They're really trying to get the credentials to get the good jobs that they want in life. You know, they're first time college, you know, first time going to college, you know what I'm saying, in their family history. A lot of them, they're really the better society, the better the world, and they getting bomb threats. That really pissed me off. You know, when we all know in these all white colleges, that's where all these terrorists, these homegrown terrorists, is being born and bred. That's where they being bred at. That collection of whiteness in these colleges, that's a recipe for radicalization, if you ask me, to the right side, to the so-called right side of things.
In a white state, get shot by a white guy, that's white on white violence.
Just what I've been saying. That's it, Roland. White on white violence.
For civil war, Jesse Waters was foaming at the mouth. We're gonna take these people.
Jesse Waters, I really don't. I think that Jesse Waters dude, I don't even think he real. It's like he a cartoon. It's like, man, I never seen a man with this melanin think like him, talk like him. He's not even a real person to me. He don't even exist. Man, he is so counter to what his purpose is. He is actually the exact opposite of what his purpose is on this earth. The exact opposite. Like he's doing himself a disservice. He's doing his parents, his whole generation. It's like he took on the slave masters of his ancestors' mind and superimposed himself onto the old slave master and is whooping his ancestors. That's what it felt like to me when I watched Jesse Waters. He a joke.
Control room, I need y'all right now. Pull up the New York Post website. I want to show y'all how white people, white conservatives, what they do when somebody white one of their own does something. Oh, y'all gonna love this here. This right now is on the front page of the New York Post. Y'all gonna love this.
Try to humanize him.
Losing faith. They got a photo of Tyler smiling. A photo of him smiling with his mom and dad and his two brothers. Tyler Robinson.
Ain't that crazy?
And allegedly
Saying he losing faith. No, he trying to incite more violence. He didn't lose no faith. He still believe he still think he a believer. He just joined that Graper people, and that's what them people is about. So nah, he ain't lose his faith. Let's continue watching. And y'all keep coming in here, like and comment and share and all of that while you coming in here being nosy and don't want to say nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing to say, do y'all? Today, y'all was all on my live that day that the shit happened, but nobody want to say nothing. Now all y'all quiet.
After influencer praised the church. Now y'all know damn well this the same New York Post. Man, if y'all scroll down, they will have if somebody black kills somebody. Oh my God, they are gonna have all kind of crazy stuff. Matter of fact, go down. Y'all don't see an article. Cold-blooded maniac who cops say killed.
Look at that shit. Cold-blooded maniac. Look at that. Oh man. Could that possibly be mental illness? You know what I mean? What the shit? Man, that's crazy how they try to spin when black people do shit, man. They trying to paint Tyler Robinson as a altar boy now. That's why I said we need to go into these white communities and we need to document the hate that's in these communities. You know, the hate that really you can't put statistics on, but it's there. You know, it might not be no heinous crimes. That really only happens when you don't have no economies. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no jobs in certain areas. But the hate that people have, it's there. It's in these white communities. Let's go.
Y'all see the juxtaposition?
I see it.
Y'all see this photo of the black guy?
Mm-hmm. Cold-blooded.
Who killed a white couple? Maniac who cops say killed.
It seemed like he looked like he might be mentally ill and was homeless or some shit.
But the murderous white guy, oh my God, he lost his.
They don't even want him to be held accountable. They trying to blame that. They want to blame that shit on somebody else. Like damn, like they gonna like I said yesterday, they gonna try to give him probation. You know, watch when something like that happened out in my neighborhood. There was a little young girl named Kayla Rowland. Her classmate took a gun to school. They were 6 years old, and he took her life. He took Kayla Rowland's life with a gun when they was in the first grade. And the fallout of that, everybody in that young boy's life went to jail, went to prison. They ended up getting everybody. People that wasn't even directly involved, had nothing to do with it. They just trumped up a bunch of charges, and everybody in that young man's life, I think his last name was Owens. Everybody in that young man's life, his grandmother, his mother, father, uncles, aunts, everybody went to prison. That's what they're gonna have to do here, man. You know, that's what they're gonna have to do here. Now, actually, no, don't do that. You know, but the thing of it is, get to the core of how this Tyler Robinson could even think to do what he did. You know, putting them guns in his hands at a young age and maybe not breaking down like all the different dynamics of what a gun represent. Hold on, I see a damn bug in my house. Man, I'm getting fat, man. This shit crazy. Yeah, let's watch some more of this, man.
Lost his faith. This shows you how shameful and despicable these people are, Candace. I mean, to watch this, now it's Charlie would have prayed with them. Oh, he would have held his hand. If only they could have prayed together. They were foaming at the mouth 24 hours ago. But now, all of a sudden, Candace, one of their own. Again, Daddy, Cher. Oh, gun lover. Daddy, Mama is scrubbing her Facebook page. Got photos on the Facebook page of them holding guns and all kind of stuff. So we got a gun-loving, MAGA, Trump-supporting white boy from a Donald Trump, MAGA, gun-loving family that killed a Donald Trump, MAGA, gun-loving white guy in Charlie Kirk. That's white-on-white crime.
And don't forget, his mother said that he was the ideal model student. And you know, when I look at this and I think about what went on years ago, because the authorities in Utah said that they received 7,000 tips. They hadn't received this many tips since the Boston Marathon bombing. What happened with that bombing? The same thing that you're talking about. They put two people on the front of the newspaper, and then they had to pay millions of dollars. I think it was the Daily News or the Post had to pay millions of dollars because they got it wrong, because of the way that they portrayed him. The same way that they're portraying this young man now as if nothing is wrong. And that is what is the matter with journalism today. I think all of this is wrapped up in journalism. All of it's wrapped up in the media, how we actually portray the people who did what they did and try to find some truth in it. But people like us,
I just thought about this, man. Like, I wonder how that lady, you know, Kurt's wife, his widow, feel about them trying to make that young man look like he a good guy. You know, I don't know, man. Damn, man. That's just crazy how, and I always say this, you know, the image of white people sticking together, white people, it's not valid. It's not valid at all. I think it's really to undermine black people. I truly believe that. I don't think the way that white people stick together is not natural. at all. Because like even before they even knew who did this, they was showing their true colors. Like, man, they was so upset. And it's like, now that they know that it's a white Christian gun-loving son of a law enforcement officer, it's like the total opposite reaction, man. Like if I'm that wife, I say, nah, we standing on that same energy of the day that we thought, you know what I'm saying, that it was somebody on the left. You know what I mean? Like, we got to stand on this, and that young man got to be held accountable. Like, and, you know, I don't know, man. I just would have a hard time knowing that the family of the perpetrator got a platform and they talking. I'd be so upset right now. Like, for real, my spouse is gone in a heinous act,